If you've been waiting for Moto Guzzi to make a bold statement in the world of sports touring motorcycles, then the 2026 Moto Guzzi F45 ST is the bike that finally pushes the brand into a new era. Today on the Bike Bulletin, we're taking a deep, immersive look at this machine, its engineering, performance, comfort, design philosophy, pricing, and everything that makes it stand out in the increasingly competitive sports tourer market. This isn't just an update or a refresh, this is Moto Guzzi stepping onto an entirely new stage with a motorcycle built to be fast, long-legged, refined, and unmistakably Italian. From the moment you walk up to the F45 ST, the presence is unmistakable. Moto Guzzi has always had a unique styling language, but here they've blended tradition with a sharper and more aerodynamic profile. The full fairing is sculpted aggressively, with crisp character lines that flow from the front cowl to the tapered tail section. The LED headlight unit looks modern and purposeful, featuring Moto Guzzi's signature eagle-shaped DRL pattern, giving the bike a distinctive identity even from a distance. The aero wings integrated subtly near the tank shrouds are something new for Moto Guzzi, designed not for dramatic downforce but for improved stability and airflow at highway speeds. The bike sits with a confident touring stance, wide shoulders, a tall windscreen, and a visibly muscular engine layout that reminds you this is still very much a Moto Guzzi at heart. At the core, Moto Guzzi introduces its new 1048cc liquid-cooled transverse V-twin for the F45 ST, producing an estimated 118 horsepower and around 105 Nm of torque. The engine is tuned for a broad mid-range power of the kind that makes long-distance touring effortless but still gives you a satisfying surge when you twist the throttle. The biggest surprise is how smooth the engine feels. Moto Guzzi has re-engineered the crankshaft placement and improved internal balancing, significantly reducing vibration at cruising speeds while still retaining the iconic Guzzi character. The throttle response is crisp in sport mode, steady and predictable in touring, and softened in rain mode for traction and safety. The addition of a new ride-by-wire system has allowed Moto Guzzi to integrate a comprehensive electronics package that includes traction control, cornering ABS, multiple engine maps, engine braking control, cruise control, and a full 6-axis EMU system. The gearbox is a slick 6-speed unit paired with Moto Guzzi's best quickshifter yet. Upshifts are precise and seamless, letting you surge forward without hesitation, and downshifts come with beautifully smooth auto blipping. Combined with a slipper clutch, the F45 ST keeps the ride composed even when you're riding hard through corners or approaching tight bends at high speed. Moto Guzzi has placed heavy emphasis on touring comfort. The F45 ST features an electronically adjustable windscreen that rises almost 80 mm at its highest point, significantly reducing wind buffeting on longer rides. The seat is wide, plush, and sculpted for all-day comfort. Moto Guzzi's engineers have clearly designed this bike with the idea that both rider and passenger should feel relaxed even after several hours on the road. The handlebars are positioned for a natural upright riding posture and not too aggressive, not too relaxed. The footpeg placement strikes a good balance between sport and comfort, giving the bike a spirited feel while making sure your knees don't suffer during long-distance touring. Suspension is handled by a fully adjustable 43mm USD fork at the front and a rear monoshock equipped with Moto Guzzi's new semi-active suspension system. This allows the bike to automatically adjust damping levels based on riding conditions and load, switching between comfort, road, and dynamic settings. Comfort mode absorbs bumps gracefully and floats over rough patches with a plush feel. Road mode offers a balanced experience for everyday riding. Dynamic mode tightens everything up for spirited riding, minimizing pitch and dive, sharpening the bike's response, and letting you attack corners with confidence. It's a noticeable improvement over previous Moto Guzzi suspension setups, making this not only a more capable bike but also one that adapts to whatever you throw at it. The brakes are top tier. Dual 320mm front discs with Brembo-style EMA calipers and a 280mm rear disc, all supported by cornering ABS as standard. The braking performance is strong, progressive, and confidence-inspiring, even under hard braking from high speeds. The F45 ST remains stable and composed, thanks in part to the chassis geometry that Moto Guzzi has meticulously engineered to keep their bike predictable and planted. Speaking of the chassis, the F45 ST uses a new tubular steel frame paired with an aluminum rear subframe to improve rigidity while keeping weight under control. The result is nimble handling considering the bike's size, with responsive steering and excellent stability at highway speeds. The bike weighs approximately 230 kg wet, which is competitive for a sports tourer in its class, especially one with such an extensive fairing and integrated touring components. The technology package is another area where Moto Guzzi has stepped up significantly. Front and center is a vibrant 7-inch TFT display offering crisp graphics, multiple layout options, and Bluetooth connectivity for navigation, calls, music, and data tracking through Moto Guzzi's companion app. The interface is intuitive, with handlebar-mounted joystick controls that let you navigate easily even with gloves on. The electronic features extend to the riding assistant package, including hill hold control, tire pressure monitoring, and even optional radar-based blind spot detection, a first for Moto Guzzi. Storage-wise, the F45 Street offers integrated mounting points for hard panniers, and Moto Guzzi will offer a 52-liter top case as part of the touring package. The panniers themselves are designed to sit close to the bike's body, reducing drag and keeping the weight distribution more balanced. The bike also includes USB-C charging ports, a 12-volt outlet, and internal lighting inside the panniers when purchased as part of a higher trim. Now let's talk design details. Moto Guzzi made sure the F45 Street not only performs well but looks stunning doing it. The paint options include classic Guzzi red, a deep metallic midnight blue, and a matte titanium gray that highlights the bike's sculpted curves beautifully. The exposed engine components are finished in a premium black and silver contrast, while subtle chrome accents retain that timeless Moto Guzzi charm. Everything feels intentionally crafted from the tank contours to the stitching on the saddle, creating a motorcycle that blends modern performance with authentic Italian soul. On the road, the F45 Street impresses with its stability and confidence. Whether you're carving through mountain roads or cruising effortlessly down long highways, the bike feels planted and predictable. The power delivery is smooth but strong, letting you accelerate with authority without feeling abrupt. The semi-active suspension works wonders on mixed road conditions, keeping you comfortable while still offering sharp feedback when you want to ride aggressively. Touring riders will appreciate the minimal wind buffeting, the quiet cabin created by the aerodynamic windscreen, and the excellent seat comfort. Meanwhile, sport-oriented riders will enjoy the bike's agility, strong brakes, and the torque-rich V-twin engine that delivers ample excitement. The price for the 2026 Moto Guzzi F45 Street is expected to start around $15,999, with higher trims and touring packages pushing it closer to $18,500. Considering the performance upgrades, electronics, premium materials, and touring features, it places the bike competitively within the sports touring category. What truly sets the 2026 Moto Guzzi F45 Street apart is how it blends traditional Moto Guzzi charm with modern engineering. It manages to feel new and advanced without losing the distinctive character that Moto Guzzi fans love. It's a machine built for riders who appreciate comfort, long-distance capability, and refined Italian craftsmanship, yet still want a bike that can thrill them when the road opens up. The F45 ST marks a bold step forward for Moto Guzzi, a sign that they're ready to compete head-to-head with major players in the sports touring segment while maintaining the soul that has defined the brand for decades. Whether you're a seasoned tourer, a Moto Guzzi enthusiast, or simply someone craving a sophisticated, well-balanced motorcycle for your next adventure, the 2026 F45 Street deserves